Salute to all the Patreon members. I want to thank you guys for your support. Salute to all the subscribers, all the new viewers. I want to thank you guys for your support as well. If you guys can do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video, and also check out the links in the description box below. If you want to join the Facebook page, link is in the description box below. And if you want to join the Patreon page, link is in the description box below. All right, so I have an article right here, and I have 4 different issues that I want to point out in this story. All right. Polish man arrested for spanking Thai woman's bottom. They said there's a video, but I don't see any video. Oh, actually, yes, right here. So we're going to play that. Or maybe I shouldn't play it. Maybe I shouldn't play it. So I changed my mind. All right. But you see the image right here, the still image, what he's attempting to do. Okay. Police arrested a, well, let me read this real quick and give my 2 or 3 cents. Police arrested a Polish man at his condominium in Bangkok for spanking a Thai woman's bottom in a convenience store. He claimed he was unaware that his actions were illegal and stated that he has done the same thing to many women before. Okay, I want y'all to remember this. The Thai woman filed a complaint with Tung Maha Mek police station after being assaulted while picking products at a convenience store in the Sathorn area of Bangkok on Sunday, January 12th. The foreign man approached her from behind and spanked her on the bottom forcefully before walking away. The victim said that she initially thought her friend was playing a prank on her and turned to check who it was. She was shocked to find that the person was not her friend, but a foreign stranger. Other customers in the store, as well as the staff, stared at her as though they wanted to blame her for the assault. She felt embarrassed and immediately left the store. After consulting with her family, she decided to take legal action against the foreign man. The victim added that she did not want any compensation from the foreign man, but wanted him to apologize for his actions and refrain from repeating the sexual assault towards anyone else. So it's a Polish guy right here. I don't know why they have his face blurred. I don't think it's fair. If you commit a crime, then your face should not be blurred. But anyways, based on CCTV footage, police successfully identified the foreign man as a 31-year-old Polish national, Piotr. See, they don't have his full name. I think it's just his first name, Piotr. I don't know how you pronounce that. Officers contacted an agent of the condominium where Piotr was renting and asked them to inform the foreign man of the legal consequences of his action. A summons warrant was issued requesting that the Polish man come to the police station to apologize to the victim. That's all he had to do, was just apologize to her. However, he did not comply and told his agent, "I did not spank her hard. I've done this many times before in nightclubs and no one complained. I didn't do anything illegal. This isn't a criminal act at all. Why should I be punished? The police can do nothing to me, and I'm about to leave Thailand." Following the Polish man's excuse, the victim decided to pursue further legal action, leading police to raid the condominium and arrest Piotr on January 14th. The foreigner was charged under Section 278 of the criminal law, sexually assaulting a person aged over 15 years old. The penalty is imprisonment for up to 10 years, a fine up to 200,000 baht, or both. So 200,000 baht, it's about $6,000. Okay, so I'm not going to play the video. Remember, I said I have 4 issues with this article right here. Here's the first thing. This man, obviously, right, has a sense of entitlement, right? As you can look at his complexion, arrogance, entitled. And once somebody who has that privilege, right, the complexion for the protection, roams around Thailand, he'll begin to notice after, I wouldn't even say a couple of days, a couple of hours, he'll see that, okay, damn, compared to other people that are not of my lineage or not of my hue or my pigmentation, their epidermis is darker than mine. I'm being treated quite well over here. As a matter of fact, I'm being placed on a pedestal. So you go to, a lot of people, and for those that don't know, my name is Splashway Beats. I've been either living or traveling abroad for the last 16 years. I spent 8 years, 8 of those years I spent in Thailand off and on. Okay. The longest stretch that I've stayed in Thailand consecutively was 4.5 years. You see guys like this all the time. They first come over to Thailand and they're very humble, respectful. And once they see how people treat them, how they treat them like, the golden child, the golden God child, right? Once they see how people are treating him, they tend to take advantage of that, and they keep crossing the line every single day. They push that envelope even further every single day just to try to see what they can get away with. It's almost like a drug. It's very addicting, right? You show up somewhere, it's nothing but smiles. People are very accommodating. Everybody's calling you handsome. All the women, they run to come see you and touch you, right? Then it's all okay. Let me see if I can exchange contact information with these women. You're able to exchange contact information with all these women. Well, okay, I'm texting all these women at the same time. Let me see if I can hang out with some of these women. You're able to hang out with all those women. Not that, it's scheduled an appointment to hang out with all those women throughout the week. Okay, let me see if I can get any affection from these women. Okay, so, there's some PDA. Let me see if I can have sex with these women. You're able to have sex with all the women that just wanted to run and come see you because you were checking into your hotel. Remember that one guy years ago, I forgot his name. We talked about him before. That one guy who pushed the envelope so far that he put a GoPro camera on the top of his hat and walked around Terminal 21 Mall, approaching, flirting, hitting on, and exchanging contact information with Thai men's wives in the mall and recording it and uploading it to YouTube. It wasn't until an influencer noticed that she was being recorded and was like, "Why are you recording me?" "Oh, it's not on." "No, I get that camera out. No, it's not on." So she was like, "Okay, well, what do you want?" So he did the same routine, trying to get her number, yada, yada. She was like, "No." Then she found out his YouTube channel, uploaded that video on her YouTube channel to raise awareness to local ties, reported him to the police, and he got up out of there before they could even make an arrest. He saw that the heat was on him. He went over to Taiwan. He went over there to Taiwan, did something he wasn't supposed to do, and they ran him out of Taiwan also. The police were after him in Taiwan. This is a separate incident with somebody else. I'm just showing you the different levels of entitlement that people with a certain color epidermis have when they get over to Thailand. It doesn't represent everybody, right? You see people that, let me just stick with the article here. So this man just keeps pushing the envelope even further to the point where he gets he gets to a certain level where he's like, well, I'm gonna just start essaying women out in public. So the privilege and the entitlement is number one. Number two, right here, it says that the staff, right? The staff stared at her as though they wanted to blame her for the assault. So the staff witnessed this man essaying this woman for no reason and then walked off. She didn't know who he was. And the staff are looking at her like, what did you do to make him want to put hands on your booty, to cup your booty like that? Felt embarrassed. She just walked out of the store. So she went over to her family, and I get it because this probably never happened to her before. All right. So after consulting with her family, her mother and her father, it was like, nah, you need to go to the police station and report him. But here's the thing, though. She didn't want to get him charged. She didn't want to press charges on him for essaying. It's clear as day in this video what he's doing and what he did. She didn't want to press charges on him. She just wanted an apology and for him to know that it's not okay. See, at first I felt sorry for you. Now I don't feel sorry for you. Because after you saw the person who did this to you, it was almost as if, well, I just want an apology. I just want to let him know. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's oblivious. Maybe over in his culture, that's a form of greeting. But over here, it's not a form of greeting. Let me tell you something. If it was a dark-skinned man that looked like Kodak Black that did that, they would have pummeled him and tackled him in that grocery store and beat him until both of his eyes were swollen shut. And they would have thrown him under the jail over there. I've seen women openly come out and complain about the Africans, down Nana, just approaching women to talk to them. Right? Because if men don't do that, women will complain. Man, how come men don't approach me anymore? But see, the thing is you want to demonize and criminalize the men that you don't really deem as attractive. You want to criminalize the ones that are approaching you that you don't find attractive, and that's a problem. You could just easily say, hey, no, I'm not interested. But because somebody has a complexion that, many people worship over there, right? I'm trying not to make this a race thing. That's why I'm watching my words. And what I'm saying is true. I live there. We all know we're not dumb, deaf, and blind. If you've ever visited or lived in Thailand, you know what I'm talking about, right? But let's just say, the epidermis, it doesn't matter. The lineage, it doesn't matter. Let's just say she would have done this to anybody, which I found that problematic. Let's say you would have anybody, you just wanted an apology, right? So you think somebody is dumb enough to not know the difference between essaying and something that's playful that you do with women, okay? So you file a report, they find out who it is, they go over to his condo, and they have a talk with him. They stated that, hey, the victim, she don't want any money. She doesn't want to press charges. She just wants an apology. She wants for you to come down to the station to apologize. And we just need to let you know and forewarn you that this is considered essay and it's not okay. Just don't do this to anybody else. That's all they were going to do to this guy. So if he would have said, I'm sorry, I apologize, that won't ever happen again, will you forgive me? She would have said, yes, this would never have been an article. This would have never made it to the news. It would have been like no big deal to them, damn near. That wouldn't have happened with me. They'd have been like, man, your dumb ass know better. It ain't no apology. You coming to the station, we're going to book you. So what did he do? Right? So, number one, you just feel emboldened to smack random women on their ass in public. That's number one. Number two, the Thai staff were looking at her, wanting to blame her for the way he smacked her on the ass. That's another issue that I have. Like, damn, like y'all not gonna help her? You protecting him? Number three, the woman, after talking with her family, wanted an apology, right? Didn't want to file charges, didn't want no money. She just wanted an apology. That's another issue that I have. Number four, not only did this man double down, he tripled down. The entitlement. I didn't spank her that hard. I've done this many times before in nightclubs and no one complained. I didn't do anything illegal. This isn't a criminal act at all. Why should I be punished? The police can do nothing to me. I'm about to leave Thailand anyway. So we're like, oh, really? That's how you feel? That's how you feel. That's how you really feel. So they was like, okay, damn. I mean, he's doubling, tripling down, very cocky, very arrogant, a pompous asshole. So the police would be like, hey, man, fuck her. We gonna handle this on our own now. We don't give a damn if you just want an apology or not. We gonna handle him now. Foreigner was charged under section 278 of the criminal law, sexually assaulting a person or 15 years old. Imprisonment is for up to 10 years or a fine up to 200,000 baht, or both. Do I think that he's going to get 10 years? No. Do I think he's going to do any time? No. Do I think they're going to have him pay 200,000 baht? No. I think they might have him pay like 50,000 baht and they'll let him go. I don't know if they'll ban him from Thailand. He'll just pay a fine and be able to come back. And if they do ban him, they'll just ban him for the rest of 2025, which he'll probably later be able to come back in 2026. But you see in previous streams when I talk about certain passport bros with a certain level of privilege and entitlement, I've talked about some of the shit, the envelope they keep pushing, the lines they keep crossing, and what they keep getting away with and how the local people allow it. And then at the point where they can't really help themselves, the only way they feel like they can stop, they don't have this recollection where it's like, you know what I'm doing is wrong. This isn't right. You know, let me stop my behavior. This isn't right. I would never do this back home in Poland. So what I did earlier, I'll never do it again. No, it's like they can't help. It's almost a drug. It's like I can't even get myself to stop. So the only way I'll be stopped is if law enforcement gets involved, right? Or somebody makes an attempt on my life. And the first choice happened. The first option happened, right? And even when that happened, you couldn't help. All you had to say was, I'm sorry, you would have been let go. You couldn't help yourself. Now you could possibly, if they hold you up to the furthest extent of the law, you could be facing 10 years because you were too arrogant and too privileged and too cocky to say, I'm sorry, because that's all she wanted. You're lucky enough she even wanted an apology because, man, if you were any other race, man, they would have dog walked you in that grocery store. But see, a lot of people, they notice when they go over there. I mean, I've seen guys talk crazy to Thai people and they just allow it. They just kind of laugh it off. I'm like, damn, you gonna let this dude talk to you like that? I mean, that's very demonic the way he's talking to you, or talking to y'all rather. Right? I've seen people, hook up with their students that are teachers. I've seen people hook up with the mothers, the entire family damn near. I've seen guys and women with no credentials, no form of certification. They just become the dean of a university. We need a foreigner to be the dean of the university. You don't have to have a college degree. We'll waive that. Just show up and let's interview you. I remember when I was like my junior year at university, they had this new dean that came through, and he was from America. He looked like a straight goofy. Dude, he didn't even have a bachelor's degree himself. They just put anybody in there. And I'm like, really? Right? Suit the passport green. I'm now looking in the comments section. Oh my God, at the title, shaking my head. I've been to Thailand a lot. Of why degenerates go there thinking they can get away with anything. There's a lot of degenerates. I just don't want to say that the only people that are Caucasian are the only ones that are degenerates. There's degenerates of all races that are in Thailand and other countries. But this story right here, man, let me tell you, people in the dominant society, the not saying all people in the dominant society are degenerates that go to Thailand, but the ones that are degenerates that so happen to be in the dominant society, they take things to a totally different level. It goes to their head big time. If the table turned and gender and race was different, it would be a totally different outcome. Exactly. She was probably being nice. No. This was her worshiping at its finest. This is the worship at its finest right here. He was from Poland. He's Polish. All right. So you see not only this, but they do other egregious acts over there. Not all, but the ones who think it's funny and they think it's a game and they start, turning up the heat with that level of disrespect over in Asia. There's other things that they do also, right? In a restaurant, if they feel like they've been waiting 30 seconds longer than what they should, like if they feel like, nah, it should take about 8 minutes for my food to come out at a dine-in restaurant that's packed, and it's the 9-minute mark, they will get up and scream. I've seen this. I talked about this in a live stream a couple weeks ago. Dude was in TGI Fridays in Taiwan, got up and just started screaming on the staff. And nobody kicked him out. His wife didn't tell him to stop. The men were just like, oh, okay. And then so everybody else who came before him, their food had to hold so they could hurry up and bring his food out. And why even carry on like that? Why even carry on like that? Because you've been allowed to show emotions, whether it's happiness or anger. You've allowed to express that level of anger, and everybody accommodates to your needs. Right? When you get angry, when it starts off as a complaint, right? And they rush to get what you need. Because the first time it's like, hey, I've been waiting a little bit. Can you check on my food and whatever? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, sir. The results would have been the same. But then something clicks in the back of your mind, like, damn, This man damn near hurt himself trying to accommodate my needs. Hold on, let me see something. Hey, you know what? Since you guys took a little bit too long, why don't we get some free drinks on the house? Okay, sir. Yeah. What would you like? You know what? I want a bottle Ace of Spades. Oh, but sir, like, our bottle Ace of Spades here, it's like $500 a bottle. Yes, it's 250 out in the store, but in order for us to make money on it, we got to double the price. Yeah, I don't care how much it costs. Just do it. Get it done. Oh, okay, sir. Whatever you want, sir. How many bottles do you want? One, two? Yeah, make it two. Right. Then the next time you go there and you feel like your food has been taking too long, it's like now you start screaming and carrying on. To where now you talk to everybody. You feel like you could talk to everybody like that. You go to the gym, you talk to people like that. You go to the movies, you talk to people like that. You go to the grocery store, you talk to people like that. Essaying, putting hands on people. Because, I want to say this. There are some, respect to some of the males, there are some males and there are also a handful of women out there is they don't give a damn. They just like, man, look, I know how my people are. I know how my people worship, these people because of the color of their skin. But hey, fuck that. Somebody disrespects me like that. A Thai guy me like, hey, look, I'm trained and I'm ready to take down somebody who feel like they can put hands on my lady. Right. There are some people you're going to run up on the wrong man's woman and do that to them, and they're not playing. Right. I've seen that before. I've seen like, because at one point in time in Thailand, they were known like if you disrespect people there, I would say like the 90s, early 2000s, Thai people, man, they like that right there. If that would have happened in the 90s, Thai people, they would have came out the woodworks and stomped them out. Like the whole store would have came together and stomped them. Oh, this is what we doing? We stomping? Who? If that's a foreigner? Okay, I'll join in. It'd be 20 people lined up, stomping you with their flip flops on. Right? If you disrespected the king back in those days, man, on the street, somebody is defending themselves, putting hands on you, and they feel like, okay, damn, this is. You look at his height. He's significantly taller than everybody there. Man, people in traffic would get out their cars, hop off their motorbikes, and help that Thai person take this man down and stomp him out. They used to stomp people out half to death who disrespected them back in the days. It's you don't really see that too much no more, right? You don't, because I feel like who am I to say? I don't. Let me make this clear. I don't condone any sort of violence. I don't condone people putting their hands on this man because he put his hands on a woman, like that. I do think that he should have been arrested, and it should be fair. Charge him like you would charge anybody else. But you started to give him a pass to apologize to her. I don't condone violence, but man, I think, man, look, a man doing that to a woman, that's grounds for people defending that woman's honor. You see what I'm saying? That woman's respect and her self dignity. I mean, she's not out there loose, or she's covered up. She got some shorts, but it's not. It's at an appropriate length. Her shirt is covered up. Hair isn't all wild and different colors. Like she's not out there like some prostitute. You're not in Nana. You're not at Nana Plaza. Like, why would you do that? But when you look at that, they just wanted an apology. It's like, damn, now I really can't feel sorry for you like that. Her mother probably thought she should have been happy to be S by, well, sounds crazy. That's a, yeah. I love Bangkok. I've never been to Pattaya and don't want to go. Looks like a cesspool. I've been to Pattaya several times. Trust me. You know, I get why people go to Pattaya to a certain degree because it's cheaper to go out and have a good time over there. It was like in Thailand, you go to some of those clubs, it's a bunch of tables. Um, they charge you like 600 baht at the door, 800 baht at the door. You have to buy a drink. The drink's overpriced, but it's free entry in Pattaya and all those clubs. You just have to buy a drink, but the drink could be cranberry juice and you win. They don't care. So your price of admission could be 20 baht in Pattaya. So I get it. Because if you leave one club in Thailand that you're not really feeling, you go someplace else, they're going to charge you the same price. So if you club hop at 5 different spots and everybody charge you 800 baht, you done spent like 4,000 baht that night for club entry alone. You understand? I seen this in Jamaica. They would check you real quick. Yeah, they don't play in Jamaica. So, look, I don't wish jail or harm upon nobody, but I'm glad they decided to put this in the news. This is not okay, right? Hopefully this sets a precedent, sets a tone. Is this going to stop people from committing entitled acts? No, but because everybody who travels over to Thailand, they're not going to see this. But it should let the local men know, like, hey man, we can't just keep letting this go like that. And at the same time, initially those men should have just said, hey, look, we know you want an apology, but damn that, this is in our hands. And he can get an apology off, but we still gonna charge him for that. This is unacceptable. We can't allow this to happen. But they were perfectly fine with, hey, she just wants an apology. And he's just like, man, damn that. That's not illegal. The hell? Dude must be on medication or something. You saying that's not illegal? But anyways, I'm over and I'm out. You guys take care. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm over and I'm out. See you guys again soon. Peace.